Welcome back to Focus Fox Valley on WHBY. Haley Tenpass joining you from the Myron Construction Studios. This hour brought to you by Sturdivant and Associates. And it's our focus on careers at this time with Fox Valley Technical College, an opportunity to highlight careers of promise and the pathways to them through Fox Valley Tech. And I joked with our guest before we popped on the air. We're marketing the marketing department here today. And Jennifer Miller joins us, department chair with the marketing program at Fox Valley Tech. Jennifer, hello.
Hello, thank you.
Good morning. Well, we've got to first get to know you just a bit. Tell us about your journey to Fox Valley Tech, your career along the way. What does that look like?
Sure. I started my career out more in sales, and it evolved over time into more marketing. And then as marketing also evolved, I decided to go back to graduate school and get my master's degree in digital marketing. And then worked in e-commerce, social media management, corporate strategy, that type of thing. But my long-term goal was to teach full-time. So amongst being in a corporate marketing role, I was also adjunct teaching for another college online, and then this opportunity opened up, so it was perfect.
That is perfect. I also, it's so interesting how marketing, I'm sure, has evolved with technology over the last couple of years. We might get into that in just a little bit. You are, though, the department chair for the marketing program at Fox Valley Tech. What does that marketing program look like? What do the offerings kind of look like? I understand there are two, correct?
There's our main associates program in marketing. So that's the 2-year program, 62 credits. But separate, but also built into that, we have 2 technical diplomas, one in digital marketing and one as a sales specialist. If you go for the associates program, you earn both of those, but you can take them separately as well. So that's pretty cool. Our marketing associates degree focuses, all the way from basic marketing and then getting into that digital and strategy and analytics and social media. And then when we look at our technical diploma in digital marketing, that's where we focus more on social media, data analytics, promotions, that type of thing.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So, the curriculum feels pretty detailed. And again, looking into the digital world and technology, but also probably maybe some core marketing strategies. What does that curriculum sort of look like?
Sure. From the core perspective for our students, it's, intro to business, psychology, written and oral communication, which we know is so important.
Very.
And then getting some of those basic skills. So we have a tech tools class that starts kind of getting them ready for our more advanced classes. So design work, getting comfortable with those platforms like Adobe and Canva. And then as we get further on, it's social media marketing, content creation. So they're creating videos and blogs and vlogs, looking at SEO, getting all the Google certificates. I mean, it's quite amazing. So we kind of go from the spectrum of, that basic marketing and learning that foundational business part of it to then really deep diving into those promotional skills and how to adapt with the technology and what we need.
That's fantastic. And I can't help but think a lot of what you're mentioning probably, relates to so many different careers. I know that it relates to careers here at Woodward. I'm hearing you say things that a lot of my colleagues are working on every single day. But what other kind of positions or careers are students kind of prepared for when taking on this degree?
There are so many opportunities in marketing. So especially when students come to us or when they're looking at the program, that's a question we get. And honestly, it's where your passion lies, and you learn that by going through the classes. So if you love social media and, you're digging into that and you just really love the promotions and the online communication and that relationship building, you can get into social media management, social media strategy. You can also be an SEO analyst if you really love that data. Because we have the sales aspect built into it too. Some of our students go into real estate because they have that marketing foundation, but that's sales as well, and they can really use that to promote their own brand. Otherwise, startup companies are always like a great opportunity for new grads because they have those skills and we send them out ready to go with those skills. But it's kind of endless with marketing because marketing, even if you're saying you take a job as a marketing manager, you are doing so many of these things. And that's why we built the program we have, because you need to be able to wear all those things, wear all those hats.
You do. And it's fascinating because so many times people have full-time careers and are asked to do a lot of those marketing skills on top of their full-time careers. So I love so much that this is being acknowledged that no, this is a career in itself and you can apply it in every single industry there is. In the manufacturing world, there's marketing happening. In the agriculture world, there's marketing happening. In the radio world, there is marketing happening. So I love that you're able to apply this literally anywhere. Literally anywhere. All right. We're talking with Jennifer Miller, again, department chair for the marketing program at Fox Valley Tech. Flexibility. You've got a few different options for students to take courses for this program, different campuses and online.
Yeah. So both technical diplomas and our associate degree are available online, Appleton and Oshkosh. So we stagger our classes so that if you want to take all of your classes in Oshkosh and graduate, you can do it. Appleton, same. Online, same. But you can also mix them. So we have a great advisor, and our team also works with our students to advise them on, kind of strategizing around that. So when is this class going to be in Oshkosh or Appleton or, and then some we would recommend taking in person when they can, just because of the content. So, but a ton of flexibility. And we work with the students to make sure that they can complete their degree in the time frame that they want.
I love that. And in today's day and age, you sort of have to be flexible. So I love that. Absolutely. Yeah, I love that you're offering that for students. All right, we're going to pause, but when we come back, talking more about the different components of this program, including an internship and how we've noticed, that marketing position evolve over time. So stick with us as Jennifer joins us and we highlight the marketing program at Fox Valley Technical College. Welcome back to Focus Fox Valley on WHBY First. Wasn't that a great feature? Shout out to Dave Edwards kicking off our amazing featurettes that we will be bringing to you every single day. These segments diving into key moments from the past century, from the early days, like you just heard, to its evolution as your trusted voice and source and news talk and just local radio in general. We are so excited. We are so excited for this amazing opportunity to highlight 100 years of history. Visit our website, WHBY.com. You might notice a little bit of a new look to it and dive into our history and join us on Friday as we broadcast live from the Junior Achievement Center. It's going to be so much fun. We're there on Friday at the Junior Achievement Center on the campus of Fox Valley Tech. We'll start with AM Fox Valley, Outside the Box. I'll be out there from 11 to 1. Your News Now with Jonathan Krause takes us home from 4 to 6. We've got muffins from Simple Simon, and the Chef's Gone Grillin' will be there for lunch. We've got ticket giveaways, including the Brewers. We'll be giving away a pair after each live show, plus a bonus pair during the Ramsey show. We hope you come out and help us kickstart our 100th anniversary this Friday, all day long from the Junior Achievement Center on the campus of Fox Valley Tech. Speaking of, it's our Focus on Careers with Fox Valley Tech here today, and Jennifer Miller joins us, department chair for their marketing program. And Jennifer, you do require something that I can say was one of the best experiences that I've ever done. That would be internships. I cannot say enough about internships, and that's a component of this associate program, correct?
It is, yes.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what these internships might look like and why. Why does a student need to go through an internship for this program?
Sure. The internship course is one of the final courses our students take. And it's an opportunity for them, obviously, to take everything that they've learned up to this point and put it into practical action with the guidance of, our instructor who manages it, Terry Stark, but then also with the partnerships, the businesses that we work with and the nonprofits. So our students, we work with local companies, so they could be in a local manufacturing facility. They could be with the Herd or Silver Star brands. We also have internships internally with our college marketing team and other places around the campus. And our students have done things from managing social media to content creation, video, again, vlogs, blogs, writing. Recently, we had a student undertake a huge website redevelopment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and he successfully accomplished it. It was a huge, huge, huge project.
I can imagine.
Think it was a little intimidating at first. But the great thing is that internships are, they are jobs, but they're learning opportunities. So you're not jumping into a job and having to know everything. Yeah. So you get to learn as you go.
Well, you're able to take what you've learned and apply it. And you're also able to make a mistake.
Yes.
And be mentored on it
yes.
and work through those mistakes. I cannot say enough about how powerful an internship opportunity can be, and also the confidence that it can give you as well.
Absolutely. And it prepares the students to be ready for those interviews, to have that confidence because they've been in that work environment. Many of our traditional students have worked maybe more retail jobs or in coffee shops. Well, they're around people. This puts them in a different environment where then they can go for the interview and be more, again, confident and prepared for that. So.
Let me know if anyone's interested in a radio marketing internship.
Oh, I am betting. I'm betting we already have a couple we could give you.
That's so cool. Yes. Well, let's also highlight the digital marketing aspect of this. You mentioned it briefly off the top, but you have a technical diploma in digital marketing. And which skill sets or added skills are areas are covered in that technical diploma?
Sure. With that technical diploma, which is also built into the associate's degree, that is where students learn Google Analytics. They learn, they learn the data behind all of that. Marketing is all about relationships. So a lot of times coming into marketing, we're thinking relationships and fluff and creating content, which is incredibly important. But, we do all of these things, on social media and, creating videos and posting. But where's that data to make sure that there's a return on that investment?
Yeah.
And that's where that data part comes in. So it's kind of interesting with that digital side because there's the fun, creative kind of part in the social media, and then there's that data side. So it really, blends those two together.
Yeah. Marketing, I love how this question was phrased to a buzzword in the workforce.
Yeah.
You often see marketing skills, listed in all different types of job listings, kind of like you add it in there. Why do you think that's the case? And why is this career, becoming kind of the it girl in a lot of spaces?
It is. So, we've seen a lot of interesting things when we've had conversations with companies and with us, being in, the marketing field is, sometimes with smaller businesses, they don't necessarily have an allocated marketing person. Mm-hmm. So there's maybe an office manager who's this hybrid marketing person, right? And that's where learning some of these skills are coming in for a technical diploma at FETC will help kind of build those skills up that maybe they didn't have. But, with marketing, it really is, unless you're working for a big company where these roles are more separated or siphoned, where there is a social media specialist, there's a web developer, that type of thing. If you're a marketing manager or marketing director for a smaller company and maybe you have a team of one, you really need to know all of these things. And that's why those job descriptions are very lengthy.
Yeah.
And they range from that creative side to that data side, which sometimes those are two different people, and that's why we try to teach that so that they have those skills. But marketing is definitely not going to go anywhere. We have conversations all the time, especially with, AI and how that's developing. AI is just changing the way we do things. Just like, when social media and websites, it changed marketing.
Yep.
It does not replace things. So
there's still more to come.
More to come. So our marketing is just going to continue to evolve.
Yeah. So who is an ideal student in this program? What might make them a good fit?
So, from a demographic standpoint, we have students ranging from right out of high school, those who have transferred from four-year programs who for various reasons. And then we also have returning students at different ages. So it kind of depends on where it fits in. A lot of people are returning to work, or, maybe their job is evolving and they need those marketing and sales skills now for either to grow into the job they're in or to, be promoted. But from a good fit perspective, like a personality or a, kind of what you really care about, I think in general, it's having that interest about why businesses do what they do. Mm-hmm. A lot of the conversations we have with students are, maybe somebody's super creative and loves art, loves digital art. Am I going to be able to do that in marketing? Yes.
Yeah.
Right. But then we also have the people who could spend hours and hours and hours looking at data from Google and Meta and every other, platform that's monitoring that. And they love that part too.
Yeah.
So, maybe you might not like the creative side too much, but the thing is that the program is, there's such a wide range of skills that we teach because we know that's needed, that I think the biggest thing is just having that passion of, why are businesses doing what they're doing? How are they selling to people? A lot of those relationships.
Yeah. We have to leave it there, but I hope we've intrigued a few listeners. And if you want to learn more, fvtc.edu/marketing is where you will head.
Yes.
Jennifer, thank you so much for your insight today in what's clearly a really, really, really exploding opportunity for so many folks. I appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Again, fvtc.edu/marketing.